Namaste.
Thank you, Judy. I think we are going a little bit, we are a little bit behind, but anyway, I'll introduce Nathan
I
with
need to
our
go
feature song.
backstage. I need to go backstage, please.
Here I am.
Okay, are you ready to give us the feature, your feature song for today?
Yes, I am. This is a song by Sean Galloway, and it's called I Choose Love. I can see laughter, I can see tears, I can see choice of love or fear. What do you choose? I can see peace or I can see war. I can see sunshine or I can see a storm. What do you choose? I choose to love with freedom flying from my heart. The light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying. From the strength of love we rise above, and I choose love. I choose love. I can see sharing or I can see greed. I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose? I can see gardens or I can see bombs. I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? I choose to love with the freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying. From the strength of love we rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I see us healing, the darkness dying. I see us dawning as one, a world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? What do you choose? So I choose to love with the freedom flying from my heart where the light keeps shining. I choose to feel the whole world crying. I choose to feel with one voice rising. I choose to feel us all united. In the strength of love we rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Okay, so is Judy coming back? Like,
Yes.
hi there, Judy. Welcome back.
Hello, Hester. Nathan, your music, he's gone now, but that's okay. Your music, every single word of your music goes beautifully with my talk. Thank
Mm,
you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful.
you're very welcome, Judy.
Mhm.
Judy.
Okay, Judy, are you going to give us a talk?
I am ready. I am ready to go.
Okay, thank you, and go ahead.
We just need you to go backstage so I can have the full screen. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it's wonderful to be here. And as I say, that music, Nathan's music has just set me right up beautifully. I'm so happy to be here at this Global Truth Center, Toronto. So what I'd like to say is every moment of every day we are thinking, often unconsciously. It's part of our human condition. I have read that there are studies that say we have 7,000 thoughts during our waking hours. And then I've read other studies that say we have 70,000. So I don't care about the number. The point is we are always thinking. And our thoughts are often unconscious, and often they are negative. In fact, our thoughts are usually unconscious, and sometimes they are negative. So ask yourself, I have a question for you. What kind of thoughts do I usually have? Do I have thoughts of love, kindness, fear, thoughts of worry or hate, peace, joy, sadness? So I invite you to be aware of your and our usual way of thinking, because the truth is our thoughts influence our lives. So until we become conscious of what we're thinking and practice awareness, our thoughts run away from us, and they can create results that do not serve us around us. And our thought vibration radiating, it has an effect on others. We are transmission towers, and our energy is felt by others around us, just as we are affected by others who are vibrating sort of in our atmosphere. We've all heard the expression, when we're in a room and there are people upset and angry, people say, you could cut the tension with a knife. Well, that tension was a vibration radiating out from these human transmission towers. We feel the energy coming in, and the energy, just as we send energy out. After all, we are what we think. And what I know is, and Ernest Holmes tells us, that thought is creative. We can't say that one thought is creative and another thought is not. It makes sense that all thought is creative, and each thought reflects the emotion and the conviction behind the thought. That's the qualifying factor. Emotion and conviction behind the thought. And what's needed, and this is what Ernest Holmes has taught us in our Science of Mind teaching, know your own mind. Train yourself to think what you wish to think. That has a pleasing connotation to me. What do I wish to think? I can decide what I want to think. There's such freedom in these words. And we've heard it many times. Mind is mind. Our core teachings. We make a decision to practice awareness of our thoughts. In other words, when we train our mind to begin to live a life open to infinite possibilities, we actually create our infinite possibilities. We are creating our lives as we think. And Ernest Holmes says, every thought sets the fulfillment of its desire in motion. And mind, with a capital M, which is the one mind that we're all connected to, sees the thing already done. So whatever the thought is, it's already done in mind. And that's what we mean by mental equivalent, creating a mental equivalent. That's another cornerstone of our Science of Mind teachings. You. Would you rather allow your thoughts to run aimlessly and unaware, or would you rather focus and put your attention on your thoughts and create what you intend? This is how we become conscious. Focus, attention, intention. And that just happens to be the name of the class that we are studying now on Wednesday nights. So every moment of every day, when we are thinking all those thoughts mindlessly or consciously, we are making decisions. We may not be aware that we're making decisions if our mind is untrained. And some of the decisions we make, they're small and inconsequential, but like deciding to go for dinner, or deciding to go for a walk, or deciding to contact a friend. And some of our decisions are life-changing. Deciding to buy a house, deciding to begin or end a relationship, or deciding where to invest money. So my question to you is this: what are you thinking? How aware are you of your day-to-day thoughts? Do you have a habit of thinking negative thoughts? Do you mostly think fearful thoughts or loving thoughts? Because you can't to be healthy. Can you decide to love all humanity? Are you training your mind to be aware of looking? So speaking for myself, I have gradually become aware of my thoughts and decisions, and this has been a process, and it continues to be a process. It's not an overnight thing. There's no end to the practice of being present with one's thoughts and decisions, and there's no end to the practice of training one's mind. It's a lifelong journey. Ralph Waldo Emerson, I love what he says. This is my favorite quote about decisions. He says, "Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen." Isn't that just beautiful? I get such comfort from knowing this, and I believe it to be true. And I've experienced this a lot of times. When I made a life-changing decision, and I've made a lot of them, miraculously, everything fell into place. I also use prayer to complement my decision making because prayer works. The good news is the universe is always on our side and has our back. But there is a catch. And the catch is not necessarily bad news. Our lives are mostly defined by the sum of all our decisions and, the catch, the actions we take along the way. So decisions are not just words. They have to be followed up by actions. We have to be committed to our decision and not just say, I made a decision. There's such great power in decision making. Even if you're not sure if it's the right one. These big decisions are not always easy. And sometimes we can become paralyzed with fear of making the wrong decision. Has that ever happened to you? My experience has been feeling great relief after some thought when I finally commit to a decision, a significant decision, and the rest was all downhill. That's my experience in the past. Everything flowed like clockwork, but the hardest part was really making the decision and then following up with next steps, taking action to make it happen, knowing and trusting that God was on my side. So throughout all of this decision making and throughout my life, I have learned to live with unwavering faith. There can be a problem with struggling over a decision too long and having that deer in the headlights thinking, that fear of making a wrong decision. That's also known as indecision. And our friend Raymond Charles Barker, in his book, The Power of Decision, tells us that indecision is the decision. It's the decision to fail. And so he says, it takes as much mental hard work to fail as it does to succeed. Failure is the result of consistent negative patterns in the subconscious mind. Worry always begets indecision. I understand that lots of people are indecisive a lot in their lives. Who do you know who struggles with making any kind of decision? It's really painful to witness. Some people may have a habit of asking you what they should do. They may have a subconscious indecision pattern. And I see this as disempowering. This may go back to childhood, where one was overprotected and maybe not permitted to make their own decisions. We need to build confidence, and as Ernest Holmes says, to know our own mind and to train our own mind. And we do that, even if we hope. There's always room for change and growth. So the answer to our questions is always within. If you are faced with a difficult situation and need to decide, go within. Your heart knows. No one knows except you. Listen to your heart. And here's what Raymond Charles Barker says about this, about what feels right inside. Right ideas arise in our consciousness. If decided upon and acted upon, they bring forth right results. But right ideas ignored become and bring forth with unpleasant results. So, ignoring ideas in our consciousness is indecision. So beware. Our inner self knows. Pay attention to your inner self, what it is telling you. I call it gut feeling. What does my gut tell me? Do I feel comfortable or do I feel uncomfortable? Deep inside, we know what we want to do. And the answer to a question will be yes, if it feels right. That old question of feeling and listening to the feeling. Sometimes we think we should say no, and often the truth may be that we say no out of fear. The fear of making a mistake, displeasing someone, the fear of the unknown. This is when we need to spend a little bit of time contemplating and listening to our inner self. And if our heart says yes, but there's even a little bit of fear, feel the fear and do it anyway. Take that leap of faith. And the truth is, the universe always has your back. It will conspire on your behalf to make it happen. Remember that every great event that ever happened because someone decided and took action. Nothing ever happens by chance. And actually, I believe there are no accidents in life. And I love what Rhonda Byrne said. There are no accidents or coincidences in life. Everything is synchronicity because everything has a frequency. It's simply the physics of life and the universe in action. Isn't that great? I love her words. The universe really does have our back, and the universe really will conspire to make it happen when we decide and when we commit and take steps. This month that created a big aha for me. It was Reverend David Alt from Atlanta writing the daily readings, and what I read stirred the desire in me to make a new decision for moving forward, especially during these times that we are experiencing. We have a lot of different situations occurring on this planet right now, whether it's travel restrictions in Canada, all the vaccine controversy, gun violence, war, there isn't a world for us to choose. And all the people who are seemingly responsible for these situations, these may be people we don't like. So David Alt quotes Maharaji, the Indian guru, also known as Neem Karoli Baba. When someone asked him about enlightenment, here's what he said simply. Love everyone, serve everyone, remember God, and tell the truth. Such a simple message, but very deep implications. And so Reverend David Alt explains what love everyone really means. And I love how he put this, and I'm touched beyond measure to have read these words. And this is what he wrote. To love everyone means to truly see them as they truly are, a soul, a divine emanation of the One. They are not their identity. That's just a costume worn for our karmic interactions. There is only one of us. Wow. Now the way he wrote this really reached down deep within me. I know this stuff. I know I'm not my body, but sometimes I, and maybe you too, maybe you need to hear the same message again in a different way and at exactly the right time. a costume worn for our karmic interactions. There is only one of us. So now I ask you, and I ask myself, can you and can I see everyone as a soul, as an expression of God? And I mean everyone. Really see with deep belief. Can you and can I see even the people who hurt us, the people who make us angry, who irritate us, as having that earthly costume to teach us what we need to learn as we grow and expand our consciousness? Can we see people that we may think of as corrupt, or as evil, or as dangerous, as unethical and dishonest, and all the qualities of humanity that seem to be threatening our lives and our peace and our joy? And there's a whole lot of global situations taking place for us to pick from. There's no shortage of stuff that seems the opposite of love. So can we see whoever these people are who are creating havoc on our planet Earth? Can we see them as divine emanation and wearing a costume for our karmic interactions? And can we know that we are one, and that there is God, and there is not God and another? There is. So what's this got to do with my talk title? What's my decision got to do with it? Well, I have decided to seeing those I regard as having all those negative qualities as divine, as souls, as wearing a costume, a human costume, a physical costume. I commit to seeing them as they truly are, seeing them with love only. I decide to add myself to the growing number of people who are focusing on the new earth that we are creating, knowing that God's got this, being patient while it all unfolds, and not just sitting back, mind you, but doing what's mine to do, to serve, to remember God, and to tell the truth. I would love to see all of humanity love everyone, serve everyone, remember God, and tell the truth. And we all have things to do. Of a story of the little soul in the sun by Neil Donald Walsh, and I'll just very briefly in a couple of sentences tell you what it's about. A little soul asked God if he could incarnate on planet Earth and experience forgiveness. And God said yes, but he told the little soul it would need to have someone to forgive. So another beautiful little soul stepped up and said, I'll do that, and I promise you I will give you something to forgive. But remember, when I smite you, remember who I am. So for me, the lesson here in these times is to see all the people who we may feel are behaving badly, those we feel are corrupt or evil or hateful or hurting others, as divine emanations of the One. Can we see those who are smiting us today? Can we decide to remember who they are? Can we see their earthly costume and understand that they are not their earthly identity? I invite you to make this decision. We are each seeing global events in our own way, and I'm sure you have someone who you can see who is pushing your buttons. And I respect each person's individual belief of our planet's experience today. The bottom line is, no matter what our experience is, that there is only love, and that God is all there is. God is really all there is. So can you decide and commit to seeing everyone on planet Earth in this time as emanations of the divine? Everyone. Can you love only? Can you forgive everything? Can you and are you willing to remember who you are and who each and every one of us is, even those people that we may not respect or like? The universe has given us all these choices from these global events to have these feelings, and I have no doubt that we all have different perspectives on it all. You know, my beliefs may not be in sync with your beliefs of global events, but that doesn't matter. We are all walking our own path. And I happen to believe that we are all shifting into a new world, a new dimension. We're creating our new earth. So the way we perceive the world, ourselves and others, will be different when we have fully shifted, when we have all fully shifted. And this shift is from duality to oneness. We will all know who we truly are. Shifted. The whole thing that is to be patient while everything unfolds, to decide to be patient and to decide to serve by taking appropriate action and doing what's ours to do, not just waiting around. We need to engage. I know and trust that the universe is unfolding in divine right timing for our highest good. And I also know that love is all there is. Namaste.
Okay. Thank you, Judy. My goodness, you are so inspiring and eloquent in delivering your talk and all your teachings. There's so much in what you say today. It's very difficult to be able to remember, but there's a passage that I really love is when you quote Ernest Holmes, a trained mind is more powerful than an untrained mind. I think that is so important, and we should always put that in our minds when we're making decisions so that we can understand exactly where we are heading to. I find that since I've been with Science of Mind, I find that the choices that I make are completely in line with what I expect from it. And that's because of the training that I've gone through. And it's very difficult because sometimes we sit down and your mind gets flooded with negatives and disgusting things and whatever. But I think we have that awareness to be able to know whether it is beneficial to us and rein it back into the positive. And that's how I train my mind. And thank you, Judy. I think that was one of the best. And I will be watching you again.
Thank you, Hester.
Yes. So on this note,
I'm making a request to be put
Mhm.
backstage, please.
Okay. So right now we reach at the stage where we are going to announce our community celebration for June 24th. It is very important that everybody make an effort to be there. It's the first time we're going to be socializing after our lockdowns, and I'm sure everybody is anxious and curious to see each other. All I say, be prepared because I know for one, I look a lot older than I was about 2 years ago. So, but it would be nice to be able to see everyone and hugs and kisses. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on the 24th. So, on this note, I'll say thank you. Thank you, Nathan. It was just awesome. I am, I can't even find words to express how great you were this morning with our technology and our music. You kept us flowing.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I promise next time I'll do it better.
That's okay. I think we did a wonderful job. Now I'm going to say that about myself. I feel like I'm doing good because those are big shoes to fill in this morning.
I,
you
I thought
know.
I thought you and Judy were spectacular.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. And thank you, Judy. Thank you so much. You're always so inspiring that I hope that I become like you when I grow up. uh, and thank you, everyone. I know it's a little bit early, but thank you, everyone, for joining us today. You made it worth it. Thank you.
And I'll take us out with a song of mine. This is called Jump Right In. For those of us who are wanting to move forward with everything that Judy was talking about, but just, fear gets in the way,
Hmm.
this is a quote. This is all about taking the jump before we feel we're ready. And of course, as Judy said in her talk, once we make that decision, then everything in heaven and earth conspires to help us. So that's
That's
what this
right.
song is about. Jump right in.
Yep.
Sitting up here on my high horse, sure do like the view. Our grass looks greener on the other side. Don't know what to do. If I keep all my options open, play it safe and wait, my whole life is gonna pass me by. Time to step up to the plate. I'm gonna have to jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty got a great call. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again, 'cause all they found where he landed was his shell and his clothes. His transformation was like total. Where did he get to? I suppose he went and jumped right in. Yes, he went and jumped right in. He went and jumped right in to find out he could fly. Well, I'm scared to jump, but you know what they say. You've got to feel the fear and do it anyway. I might fall and I might crack, but both feet are in and I'm not turning back. 'Cause even if I get busted or maybe lose my shell, I'll be a better man for it, or with some tales to tell. Once I decide to move forward, the universe will move too. And it's not what I do, it's how I do it. It's gonna see me through. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in. I said I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump right in. Yes, I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump right in to find out I can fly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Do you have one for the road?
No, that was the one for the road.
Yeah, I'm just teasing.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think we are a little bit early, but
Yeah.
give it.
Thank you both.
It was a pleasure. Thank you both as well.
Oh, you're welcome, Judy.
Love and blessings to you both. And I'll see you both next Sunday. I'm back next Sunday, but just in my
Wonderful.
own role,
Oh,
not in my
great.
dual role. So
Okay. Okay.
It's
have a
not that
wonderful
early, Hester. We're doing good here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's almost 9 o'clock. We're fine.
are we still live?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So
Yeah.
we are live.
And I'll
Oh,
get us
wow.
offline now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love and blessings.